Hello, this is Lolita, and this is my pillar for upload, Caleb and Joshua and the God Perspective. What jumped out to me in this pillar was the fact of them having an assignment and instructions and how everybody saw that trying to get done. Um, this pillar reminded me of a game that me and my family play when we travel. It's called I Spy with My Little Eye. And what we do is one person will say, I spy with my little eye. Something begins with the letter A. And then everybody in the car will have to find out, well, is it inside the car or outside the car? And then they would say inside or outside. And then we will have to find out what it is that starts with the letter A that that person's seen. So, my activation or my exercise that I came up with is that everyone would break out in teams and each team will have one person that will be the observer, okay? And the observer's job is to first lead the team in and put them in position. And the second job that the observer will have to do is to write down what they hear the team say and write down what they see the team doing to reach the task, the goal of the task that's assigned to them. Now, the assignment is that behind each team, there's a sculpture on like a 2-foot table, a sculpture that they will have to duplicate as a team in 6 minutes. Okay, so you will want the team to line up, and the sculpture will be behind them, and you would break them up, and as their eyes are closed when they come into the sculpture. So each observer would lead their team in and put them in position. And their task would simply be, like I said, their task simply would be to duplicate the sculpture in 6 minutes. Now, the first 6 minutes, the first 3 minutes would be them doing it from a limited position, whereas this is where they have to sit down on the floor in a circle around the sculpture, and they're not allowed to move from that space, but they have to duplicate the sculpture as a team. That's the first 3 minutes. The second 3 minutes would be from an unlimited position. In this position, they will be standing, and they're allowed to move about freely. So they will have 6 minutes. Each team will have 6 minutes to do this stuff. And while they're doing this, as a team, the observer will be sitting on the outside, writing down what they see and hear. Okay. So after each team has done their 6 minutes, they will go into a discussion period about their experience with this. Some discussion questions would be the giant of it would be the most challenging. What was the most challenging? And then relate this to dance. And what was the most easiest? And relate this to dance. And then the observer will give their report of what they saw and what they heard. And then after hearing the report, then the question would be, what could they have done different to reach the goal in each session and why? And then after that discussion, then they would relate this to preparing a whole entire dance. But the whole concept is you see it from a lower position and then from a standing position. And the standing position was more symbolic of the higher position in God, because in the sculptures, they would not be able to see what was in the middle of the sculpture. So once they stood up and they was able to move around freely, they were able to look inside and go closer or come further or go from different angles. And that's the whole point of God, the God perspective. God, when we are in the spirit with the Lord, then we have so many, we're at a, how you call it, we're at a better angle, we're at a better position to be able to see it entirely. Whereas when we're in a seated position and in that space, then it's very limited. See, that's in our own self, that we're limited in that position because we're not using the resources available to us, and it's very hard for us to be able to work with others in that time too. So it's almost, this activation is a hands-on training, and really putting yourself there and experiencing it. So that's my pillar for upload, Joshua and Caleb from the God's Perspective. Thank you.